Now the DJI Mini 2 is out. I wish I had one like the bigger channels. I guess I would just have to settle with my Mini 1. Or maybe a Mini 2. Look at that. Nothing like the smell of new electronics. In this video, I will answer 19 questions that you probably would know the answer to before you decide to go out and buy a DJI Mini 2 for yourself. If you already decided to purchase one based on all the previous videos that I've been posting here on the channel, there are purchase links in the description below for both US, Scandinavian, and rest of Europe. So go knock yourself out. Welcome to another video. I'm Henrik Olsen, and if you want to learn how to make better videos with your drone and now the DJI Mini 2, then consider subscribing to my weekly tips, tests and tutorials. Many of you have done that lately, and I'm so stoked to see the growth of the tech drone media community. No more speculations, I actually have the physical products. This is a brand new unopened Fly More combo, and we might be able to answer some of the questions you have before you go out purchasing this new drone. As we already know now, the Fly More combo, that will set you back $599 US, and you can buy the standalone drone with a single battery for $449. Let's open the box and see what's inside. So this is what you get when you buy the Fly More combo. You get the drone itself. You get the Mavic Air 2 remote. You get a USB-C charging cable, connection cables that support the different phones. You get some additional sticks. You get 3 pairs of props, spare props. You get a charging brick, and you get the charging cradle that is capable of holding 3 batteries. There are 3 batteries included in the Fly More combo. One is probably already mounted in the drone. One of the things that you notice right away is this rubber strap that sort of is nicely tucked around the drone. And as you can see here on the bottom side, it's sort of intended to keep the propellers in place. Because on the original Mavic Air, those props, they are flapping all over the place. This nice rubber strap is a nice addition. So if I take that one off, you can see now the props are free here, a bit like the other one. Let's just try and unwrap the Mini here. And as you can see, if I take the original Mavic Air and I unwrap that one as well, 100% the same size. See that? So you can just do it under this camera as well, so you can see. They're exactly the same size. But one thing that is pretty noticeable is that the arms, they are significantly stiffer on this one than it is on the original one. If I take the original one, you can see they can bend very, very easily. If I do like that, the new design and the new plastic, that's much stiffer. So this drone is a lot stiffer. I don't know if that's good or bad, but at least that's a difference. Let's just double check if what the weight is saying. Let's pull out a scale here. We know that the drone is 249 grams, so I will take this one off because you don't fly with that part. So let's fire up the scale here. So let's just put it here on the weight. See, 239. So it's actually a lot lighter. Okay, of course I need a SD card, I guess, in here, but that won't make much of a difference. Then it's at least 10 grams lighter than the original Air. Let's just try that, just for the sake of this experiment here. This one, take that one off. Yes, 248. So the new Mavic, the new Mini 2, that is almost 10 grams lighter than this one, the original one. I can't see anywhere on the labeling, but maybe it's my eyesight that's not good enough, but I can't see anywhere on the labeling where it's labeled according to the new EU rules. Damn, it's small. Damn, the writing in here is small. That's it's not easy for me to see this. I would have to dig into that to get the answer for that question. As mentioned, you will get a Mavic Air 2 like remote for the Mini 2. So that's a very nice addition where you can pull up this bracket and mount your phone on the top. And that makes it very, very nice to fly. It's really a nice position that gives you a nice overview when you are flying. So simply take the cable here. Should maybe have pulled that out before, like that. So you hook up the phone like this. So that's a nice setup. So that's a really nice setup, and it has tons of battery that will keep you flying for a lot longer than the 3 batteries included in the Fly More combo. One thing that I do want to mention, because I noticed that during my test of the Mavic Air 2, is there's no room. The bracket cannot stretch enough to that you can mount an iPad on top of this. You will need some third-party accessories to be able to do that. But it would take all the phones that are currently out there on the market. And with this remote and this drone, you're getting OcuSync 2.0, and that will give you a fantastic range. With the OcuSync, you should get up to 10 kilometers of range in the US and around 6 kilometers in the CE territory. But this is definitely something that we would try at some point. So if you're interested in that, then I highly suggest you to consider subscribing to my weekly tips, tests, and tutorials. We talked about the battery a few times, and as you can see, this is a LiPo, maybe you can't see that because it's very, very small, the writing on these batteries. This is a LiPo 2S 2250 milliamp hours, 7.7 volt. It's very light. Very, very light compared to the previous one. This is definitely how they shaved off the weight of the new Mini 2. So, and of course, I've seen the questions multiple times. Does the old battery fit inside the Mini 2? And it does. It clicks very nicely in here. But if I take the old Mini, there is no way of getting that battery inside there because it's a round shape, and the old battery is round shape, and you can't put a square in there. You learned that in kindergarten. But it's nice that you can use the battery in here. Let's just pull out the scale and see what happens if I mount the old battery inside here. See if I can fit it in here. Whoops. So now you can see that the weight exceeds the 249 grams. So if you put in the old battery, the drone will not be under the 250 gram limit. How the Mini 2 will perform with the old Mini 1 battery, we will of course test that out at some point. So now Android decides to install a system update in the middle of my video. How nice is that? Actually not very nice. The charging hub that will host 3 batteries, and it can be used as a power bank as well through the USB-A connector located here on the side. If we compare these two, we can see one significant change is that this is micro USB and this is USB-C on the new one. It seems they have done a full conversion to USB-C on the new drone, so that is really, really nice. So while this is messing around updating, let's figure out if we can actually charge the drone through the USB-C port here in the back. Could be nice if I fly the drone right now. See, those batteries, they don't seem very charged to me. Let me just take the other power bank here. There's a single battery in here. Let's just see what we can do about that. That's fully charged. So put this one in here. Woohoo! Hey, no. Yeah, it is possible to charge the drone through the port in the back. So I have power. I have 3 dots here, so you see, it's charging the battery. How nice is that? That's very convenient. That was something that you couldn't do on the previous drone. And let's look at the props. If you feel the props, they feel definitely more stiff on the Mini 2. But if you look at the number, it says 4726 on both props. And that means that each prop is 2.6 inch long, and the pitch is 47. So basically the rough shape of the prop is the same, but it seems the material is different, and it's stiffer on the Mini 2 compared to the Mini 1. If that's an advantage or not, I'm not sure, I don't know, there was some issues with the props being bent during transportation and hitting the case on the Mini 1. So that's probably DJI's way of addressing this. And I would also expect that this will offer better support in terms of better wind resistance for the drone, as advertised. One question that I have had multiple times are these babies. The ND filters, are they compatible with the new drone? These are ND filters from Freewell that is currently compatible with the Mini 1. Let's just check if those are compatible with the Mini 2. Woo, look at that glowing thing. The LED is glowing when it's charging. So that's nice. So let's see if we can fit those on here. We can. These are ND filters bought for the Mavic Mini 1 mounted on the Mini 2. So I can definitely confirm that they are compatible. So your investment that you have put forward buying filters for your original drone is not wasted at all. That is a very nice thing because you're spending quite a lot of money on these filters compared to the drone price. So it's really nice that it's built in a way so you can actually reuse it. Let's see if we can fire up the drone. Let's just disconnect the power bank here and see if there's any juice on the drone. There's a little one, a little bit. What? What was that extra? Why did they change that? Let's just try that again. Yeah, it has an extra one. Why? That's funny. The back, that feels pretty nice and pretty solid. I don't know how that will work in real life compared to the original back, because I'm also very, very fond of that. I like this little box because that slides like a cassette into my backpack. They're approximately the same size, but it's not a hard case. This one is not a hard case like the other one. So we gotta see which one would work best in a real life scenario. We have a little bit of juice on the batteries. It seems they are all flat. So let's see if we can hook up the app and see if we can actually make something out of this. You will be flying the Mini 2 with the DJI Fly App like the predecessor. And I don't know when DJI is releasing the app, the DJI Fly App, but at present time it's not available. But let's just go in and see what happens if we start up the app as it is right now. There's no hope to get in here right now. We can go to the camera view. RC is not connected. Oh. Maybe I should turn on the remote. I don't know. That could make a difference. Let's try that out. I'm still wondering what this LED is doing. Look, it's pulsating. Why is it doing that? It's also getting pretty hot here on the belly. So as you can see, it's not possible to fire up the app. It sort of says, it recognizes something here. It says go fly. If I take this one out, it will say connect to aircraft. If I put it in again here, you can see that it switches to go fly. But then nothing happens. And I don't get access to any of the good stuff in here that will allow me to set stuff. But I do get access to this part, so I can just press here. So I can't get access. I can't get access to the quick shots. We normally need to be airborne to be able to do that. Once the app is activated, of course I will do a first flight video where I will test out all this stuff. So I will show you all the bells and whistles, what is possible. So let's just see here. There's HDR mode, there's burst mode, and there's AEP mode. So all the things that we saw previously leaked, that you have expanded the photo functionalities of the Mini 2, that is true. It'll be interesting to see what the HDR and burst mode is capable of doing, as well as the AEP mode. So that's super nice. still not 100% sure. Right now it says JPEG. I would have loved that it was saying something else than JPEG, that it was saying RAW as well. But that's actually not possible to confirm with the current state that the app is in. So I don't think we will get much wiser digging around into this before we have the actual version that is going to be able to activate the drone. We know the camera is 4K, and we already by now from the leaks that has been available know that it will shoot 24, 25 and 30 frames per second. We can't verify that with the app not working. So what do you think about the DJI Mini 2? Are you going to get one? Let me know in the comment below. If you're from Denmark, I would recommend that you buy your Mini 2 from Droner.dk. They are awesome guys and always up for a chat when you stop by their shop in Copenhagen. They have their own workshop as well that can help you out with any drone related problems. So definitely go check them out through the link in the description below. Those were the most obvious questions that I could answer for you guys with the current state that the DJI Mini 2 is in. I will do a follow-up video once I get the app activated and address other features like the follow me mode, like the digital zoom 2 times lossy and 2 times lossless, also the availability of raw images. And once it's airborne, we will look into some of the other stuff like flight time, how resistant it is to wind, and also testing out the maximum flight speed. So there's plenty of stuff to make videos about this drone. If you can't get enough of the Mini 2 content, I've compiled a playlist for you that I will expand over the next coming weeks with additional videos made about the drone. So if you don't want to miss out, you can access this playlist through this card. I hope you liked this video. If you did, then feel free to give it a like. If you didn't like it, feel free to press the dislike button twice. Thank you for watching, and I'll be seeing you around.